All right. One thing we ain't gonna do on this channel is be dry, man. We ain't gonna be dry. Now, if you woke up today, man, God bless you, man. And if you on the channel, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm new to this thing, man. I'm trying to blow up. Like everybody. Come on now. Can I blow up? Can I get some of this YouTube money? Nah, I'm just playing. Hey, but again though, we ain't gonna be dry. But look, we got Ann Hefe talking about Jab 5 free, and he talking about Crip Mac. We're
Watchful
gonna get
eye,
into the
keep a
content.
watchful mind, and try to keep tabs.
To the
Just
content.
waiting on the ultimate slip. Just waiting on the ultimate slip, man. That's how the game go, man. That's how the game go. That's how the politics is. So like I said, we'll see what's happening with Jack. Again, there he is, fresh out. Got them blue faces on him, you know what I'm saying? Seemed like he got some loved ones around him or whatever. I know me fresh out that gate like that. I'm going right to get me something to eat and right to the Pinoza. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I mean, if you know I'm know. Going right to the strokey though. Now, with that out the way, right? So, what it's looking like we not going to see as far as right now is C-Mac. It's looking like we not going to see C-Mac. So, I was thinking today was supposed to be C-Mac Day. No, actually, February, is it February 1st? Either today or tomorrow is supposed to be C-Mac Day, right? And I just tapped in with the homies that was on the yard with C-Mac because yesterday I had seen a tape, well, an audio of C-Mac, and it was C-Mac speaking, and C-Mac was basically saying he was coming home. And on this audio, C-Mac was calling out Bosco 100 for a fade. C-Mac was calling Bosco 100 Costco. He was like, your name Costco. I'm going to call you Costco until this Damu give me a fade. I don't know if it's been any talks with them as far as having fades, because we knew Bosco was supposed to fade Fiend Pill. That turned into that little situation that was placed on the internet with him and Rich Trapper or whatever. And then we thought the fight was still going to happen, but it seeming like, it went cold, for whatever situation. Bosco was just like, he's cool with that whole situation, or, I don't know if he's cool with who's producing it, by way where it's coming from or whatever. But we've been hearing that King Fiend Pill supposed to get down with Project Bo out the Pueblo Bishops. And from there, yeah, like I'm saying, there's been other few phases been thrown out there, but I had an audio that I did wanted to play, but the audio, man, it's just too much, man. The language, is way vulgar. Crip Mac going in, and for real, YouTube flagging for less. So, I did want to place this audio up here so everybody can hear what C-Mac was saying. C-Mac was basically calling him Costco and was like he's going to continue calling him Costco until he get a fade out of him. He was like throwing an F word out there like, hey, what up, F-er? Like, what's up? Let's get it in there, let's get it on. Don't duck, stop playing. I'm coming fresh out the feds or whatever the case may be. But if you fight me, win, lose, or draw, I will restore your name back to Bosco 100. But until then, I'm calling you Costco. Let's make it happen. That pretty much sums up what he was saying. But like I said, he stretched it out for a whole 2 minutes. Had some crazy cuss words in there. The N-word was getting thrown in there. And like I said, I did want to play it for y'all. But I'm just like, man, YouTube probably going to flag this. They're going to be all over this. They're going to be all over this audio right here. So, like I said, I don't know if Bosco got the message. And I don't know if they camps or whatever been talking. Maybe there's something they been wanting to put together before C-Mac went down. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know if this was an old audio, but I don't think it was an old audio. You know what I'm saying? Now, getting back to C-Mac, right? So, I'm under the impression that C-Mac is out, being that I'm seeing Jab 5 until I get a text from one of the supporters like, hey, can you break down why C-Mac just did Fed time and the state came and grabbed him? When usually it's the other way around. You would do state time and then you had the feds waiting right there. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even know that the man had got gaffled up by the state and or Los Angeles County. But that's what it's looking like what happened. So what I did was, I tapped in to one of my boys, you know what I'm saying? And that I did time with, real one, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna drop his name out there. If you know, you know. But my boy, I hit him like, hey, what's going on with C-Mac, man? I thought he was supposed to get out or was getting out. So my boy fired right back on Clue, like, man, C-Mac gone. They did. They said he's been released. They already came and got him. But what looked like has happened is this. So a lot of people, and I be forgetful about this because I went through this myself. So C-Mac just did fair time and caught this fair case or whatever. C-Mac looks like he had some state cases that were still open or had a case that he was still going to court on and wasn't resolved. And y'all know when the feds butt in and come in, they come get they gettings first, or you know, whatever they want to do. So it looked like C-Mac caught the Fed case, did the Fed case. While he had the Fed case, the little state situation was still going on. And now when I was in there, I had state cases that initially became the warrants that'll boost your points up in the Fed.